I'm going to teach you time conversions in Python, how to convert different values in time to other values. Now, before I begin, there's really a lot of values in time, from Planck to nanoseconds to picoseconds to literally epochs of I don't know how many millions upon millions upon millions of years. So I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm just going to go over the major ones from seconds to years. So let's start off with that. Seconds to minutes. So the first thing you do is you assign your variable a value. So I'm assigning the variable, and the variable is seconds, a value, which is 60. So I'm saying there's 60 seconds. Now we're going to introduce another variable, minutes, and we're going to set it equal to the conversion formula, which is seconds divided by 60. So what we're really doing here is we're assigning another variable, which is minutes, a value, which is the conversion formula. Now we're going to print the value of minutes. So what this is basically saying is that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. Now suppose I put 6 seconds. There are 0.1 seconds in a minute. So it's not a complete minute, so it's a decimal. So now we're going to try minutes to hours. So we're going to start by assigning our minutes a value. I'm going to say there's 90. So we're assigning the variable, which is minutes, a value, which is hours. Now we're going to do the same thing, but this time it's with minutes and hours instead of seconds and minutes. 60. The reason we use 60 is because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So we're assigning the second variable, which in this case is hours, a value, which is the conversion formula. Now we're going to print the results. So there's 1.5. So 90 minutes is 1.5 hours. That makes sense because 90 minutes is an hour and a half. So it's in between 1.0 or 1 hour and 2.0, 2 hours. It's 90 minutes right in the middle. So let's now convert hours to days. And it's really just the same thing. I'm in fact going to copy and paste this, and I'm just going to change some values about it. Copy, paste. So instead of minutes, we're going to have hours. I'm going to say we have 23.45 hours. Instead of hours, we have days. Instead of minutes, we have hours. And for 60, it would be divided by 24 since there's 24 hours in a day. We're printing days. I'm going to change the notes too. So the variable is now going to be hours instead of minutes. And the value be 23.45. Yeah, the value up here would be 90, not hours. I'm sorry for that mistake. Down here, okay, the second variable would be days. A value, yeah, the conversion formula, and you print the results. So there's 11.725 hour divided by 24, not 2. So there's 0.97708 and a bunch of 3 hours in a day using this value. So 23.45 is this many days. It's 24 hours would be, if I put 24 in here, I would basically be saying there's 24 hours in a day. But when I put the 23.45, I'm basically saying that there's 0.9, that 23.45 hours is 0.97708 and a bunch of 3 hours in a day. And if it was 25, it would be over 1. So 25 hours are 1.041, a bunch of 6, 7 days. Now let's go on to the next one, weeks. Now I'm not going to be writing these notes anymore. With the first 3 examples, I think I've explained it very much. It's basically the same thing over and over again, except with different variables. So I'm going to do the rest of these real quick, and that'll be the video. So weeks, we start with days. Days, 2 weeks. Days equal 21. Weeks equal days divided by 7, since there's 7 days in a week. And we're going to print the weeks. And that gets you 3. So 21 days is 3 weeks. So now we're going to convert weeks to months. So we start off with weeks equal 8. We're going to introduce the other variable, months, and set it equal to weeks divided by 4, since there's 4 weeks in a month, and we're going to print month. Since there's 4 weeks in a month and we have 8 weeks, yeah, I should put months. Okay, just a small typing error. So there's 4 weeks in a month, and if we have 8 weeks, there's 2 months. Now I'm gonna use the same formula. I'm gonna copy and paste it, but this time we're gonna do months to years. So the months are gonna equal 83. Wait, I got that wrong. But it would be years equals to the conversion formula. The conversion formula is months divided by 12, since there's 12 months in a year. And we would print the years. And so what I'm basically saying is that 83 months is 6.9 years. Now we're going to do the final conversion, which is years to decades. Years to decades. Whoops, I need to capitalize that. I'm going to paste this again. We're going to set years equal to, let's just say 8. We're going to introduce the other variable, decades equals years divided by 10, since there's 10 years in a decade. And we're going to print the decades. So 8 years isn't quite 1 decade, instead it's 0.8 decades. 80 years would be 8 decades. Now, I didn't go through every time conversion formula because that'd be really tedious going from Planck and nanoseconds and picoseconds, where you're going thousands or millions of a second, to literally billions of years. Since numbers are infinite, it's just impossible to do them all. However, there's a common theme throughout all of these. You introduce a variable, then you store a value in it. Then you introduce another variable, and you use the variable from the first line and divide it by a number which is relative to what you're trying to convert to. Then you print the results. And that's really all I have for you today. Could you please tell me how I could improve my videos? That's all I ask. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.